already or what? Are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. Toko is. You really don't remember? Kidding. I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? He's a crucial part of the class trial this time. Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like that, a few minutes later, he reappeared with Toko behind him. I don't want to. He forced me. Terrible! You are terrible! Phew. So now everyone's here, right? Now then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down here.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's about time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Or is it a girl? I wonder. There is one of us standing right here. Someone, a Mogus, I guess you could say.
Well then.
I won't cover the victim. A villain. You ready? We're doing this? Okay, let's just go. There's not a lot to say. Yes. Let's save. I guess. Although there's not a lot to... There's no a lot of point to save. The steel box sank slowly into the ground. Okay. Might just cut the episode here. And then next episode. Alright, the class trial is happening. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? So exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. Okay then, let's get the show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly face, a deadly class trial. Oh. Just saves for me. Set skills, I guess. Do I even have new skills? Handiwork. Reload 2 bullets at once, effective. Doing both. Okay, I don't have anything anyways. Trial. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out who done it, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then.
How did the non-blackened one ever graduate? I can't believe no one has asked this yet. Which is kind of crazy. First we have to make sure how they deliver the critical blow. Can this chopped Chuz Makoto ever find out? I mean, it's the dumbbell, right?
Chihiro's fatal injury.
True.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh, what?
Chihiro's fatal. It appears it was
According to the
Headphone.
Monokuma file,
I thought I could have just said that.
Interesting.
Oh, I had to refute that. Yeah, I need to refute things. I didn't. I can't just suggest.
It was an iron pipe.
Bro, I still can't get this. Although it's a freebie, but like, how do people just say things without investigating at all?
The object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime. It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
What a chopped hose. Look at his like,
bro.
bro thinks he's like a upside down pyramid with his body type.
There's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one. You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
Lock in, everyone. Lock in.
I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Bro gets the story command grab. He doesn't need to do the bullet time. A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. Oh, more. White noise will appear to disrupt your actions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. There's no way to keep these white noise from getting in your way. Press the right button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. If you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of white noise, the time limit will decrease, so be careful. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, in which case you can forget the silencer. Good luck, have fun. Okay, so I have it on hardest, so there's probably a lot of white noise. Genocide Jack, case file library.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
Oh. Ratio. I feel like Byakuya could have
might
defended
know
himself.
One reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was. I guess it's some kind of confidential.
You found the file?
together about the
You found the
Genocide
file?
Jack case.
Not Byakuya? Are you sure about that?
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is
Chopped
probably
huz,
more
oh my
trouble than it's
gosh.
worth. So let's
Makoto
forget
just
about
chopped
that for
huz.
now.
Nothing
More
like
importantly,
Byakuya, a
it
real
outlines
huz.
all the specifics
Look
of
at him.
every Genocide Jack
Always
case
on
in
his
exceeding
glasses.
detail.
My gosh.
According to the file, there appear
Also,
to be
what is that,
two
like,
defining characteristics
necktie
in every
thing?
Genocide Jack
Just
case.
crossing his chest.
The
perfect for
first is that a
stabbing
bloody
or shooting.
message is found
It's like
written
a
at the
bullseye.
scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No.
Boob lust.
Bloodlust.
Bro.
More important,
Hifumi's so real for that. Thank you,
and it's
Hifumi.
something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Oh, freebie. Thank you, freebie.
I got it.
I got it.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Sus.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case...
No fucking way.
No
You're
way.
saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Oh, there's no R. She can't say. Yorase.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Oh, I bet it's not Toko. Otherwise, it's too easy.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
I forgot what the actual name
Is
is as
Toko
well.
Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle.
What isn't Toko? What is it? This is like. Do we need Hangman's Gambit? What is that again? Split. What? Don't we need a vowel here? Guys, where's the vowel? Schizo? Schizo? They want me to spell schizo? That's crazy. I'm about to lose.
Now I understand.
What the? It's not split or something? And you spell schizo? They never said schizophrenia.
Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Otherwise known as schizophrenia. But they don't tell you.
To go and say that about Miss Fukawa is
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the
Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started.
That's right. Think back. She
Bruh, the monster started coming out. The monster started coming out. Yeah, all monsters. There's monsters inside all of us. Perhaps there's no monsters at all. That's just me.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Calm.
In other words, within her is one personality that
So when Toko trapped herself,
I feel like this is like the obvious red herring in this. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. Although if it's Toko, that'd be like
the reason
very
she locked herself
unexpected
in
for
her
me.
room wasn't to keep other people from getting. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
what?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them? Last
Oh,
night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her.
There's a
and she
monster
was
inside of
afraid it
me.
could appear and attack at any
it
time.
grows and grows.
And
It's
that's
coming
what
bursting
makes
out,
it so
Byakuya.
special.
Help me. Look at me. Look at me.
Isn't that right, Toko?
Oh, toast.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised.
I can't believe embarrassing secret be like.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world. Not
Whoa,
some romantic fantasy
Byakuya.
fairy
Realist, conservative, cutthroat,
tale. Besides,
cynic.
You broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter
There's no
what,
hope.
you
It's all
wouldn't
about
let
just your
Genocide
head.
Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You lied. Couldn't keep her promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
But
how many times do I have to tell you? But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
what's there? Wait, this class trial is basically over now.
Efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear.
Person, you don't.
Lock in. She's about to lock in. Oh my, she locked in. Oh my god.
Hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Wait, I'm actually so scared. I'm in the house by myself. This is a little scary. The monster inside is out.
I'm the ultimate murderous
Oh, Jill, what a good name.
Jack, or better
Too
yet,
bad there's no one else.
Genocide
It's about to.
Jill.
What the fuck is this?
Bro, what?
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Oh my gosh. A master of rhetorics. No one can beat her in terms of logical fallacies.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back humor. Just
Whoa.
like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
Whoa, actually, this Toko is. Jill is so peak.
Lives another that shines as bright as the sun.
Wait, she's spitting bars? It's all bars? This is the murderous fiend? Genocide Jack? This is Cinema. It's absolute cinema. What the heck?
Mrs.
Okay,
Jack,
Chuz.
Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds.
Whoa!
Just kidding.
Ramal.
Then
So
it's not
hilarious.
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless.
Power useless?
They just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
True.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
To live is
It's
to
a
hurt
necessary
other people.
evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Wow, she's so funny. I have no
This should
clue
be
how
enough
that's
to
funny at
convince you.
all. I'm sorry,
This
Joe.
murderous fiend
You were so
is
peaked just
responsible
before.
for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
Okay.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
That's true.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Whoa!
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Oh, that's why she's still alive
Do you really
later.
expect any of us to believe you?
It's interesting they just straight
I'll
up.
never believe
I'm
what
glad they
you
just
say,
straight up
monster.
broke this red herring like this. Otherwise, yeah, there was probably no way to refute it. Something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details out of all of this. That isn't the dead body. Disappearing stain.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
Now we're
When you
talking.
compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Oh, I guess that's the thing. Because she usually stabbed people with scissors.
Give it up. You killed her.
What a wholesome little gremlin. Genocide Jack. What a wholesome little
But I
gremlin.
didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you...
Perhaps if you had an
Oh, an alibi.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Dude, what? That missed.
You killed her.
Sorry, but
You say that, but
perhaps if you had an
5 minutes and a half,
When you
6
compare
minutes
your
is
past,
like
the
so
modus
plenty.
operandi matches. What more proof do we need?
I missed.
give it up.
Okay.
You killed
This
her.
these 6 minutes is passing fast.
sorry, but I.
You say that, but
perhaps if you had an
Oh, an alibi.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the
modus
modus
operandi.
operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Do I need to shoot the noise
you killed
first?
her.
Sorry, but I.
You say that, but do you...
perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Completely. Okay. That took so long, even though I already knew the answer from the first time around.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
I'm not so
I think
sure
there's
about
a slight
that.
difference between.
How's it any different?
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage. Let
Okay,
me
I don't
tell
even need
you.
to say anything. Whoa.
consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Whoa.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
Yeah?
What happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Whoa, no.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Chopped hus. Fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, according to the case file, they were
Honestly,
all
this game has been
apparently
pretty
killed
easy so far. It's
with a
been
pair
very
of scissors.
forgiving, and like it lets you find all the evidence and
But
such.
Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Like, it makes sure you find all the evidence.
Yes, that is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini,
Wait, let her
then
finish?
the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Holy.
Stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Wait, she's cooking? Hold up, let her cook, let her cook.
The difference has
Although the kitchen's already like burning up. Oh, she was. What was used to suspend her? Does that really matter though?
Remember what the killer used to suspend her?
Is there even actual ropes?
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, specifically,
Oh, just the
there's
scissors.
razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
It's like,
And you know what else?
what else?
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you?
Oh my god, you're a chuz.
Listen up, Big
Makoto
Mac.
is a
There's
chuz.
actually one more
Approved.
difference.
Huh?
Whoa.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
They're all middle-aged men.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Didn't like her book or something?
Pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed
Lolly?
that little lolly girl.
No way. They said lolly. How's lolly an actual word? It actually derived from Lolita. It's such an otaku word, I feel like.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases,
They're all men.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable.
Are our little twinks of all these femboys.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Oh my gosh. What's up, sis? Oh my gosh.
I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Yaoi? Yaoi?
I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
Yaoi.
So since Chihiro was a
Don't mess with yaoi fans. Don't mess with BL fans. Average, least insane BL fan feel like.
Because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
Gosh.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. It's a different matter entirely. When you're
Quiet, lolly car!
lowly, cur,
Oh,
I
ratio.
would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Ooh.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe
It is
you
very
used
heavy.
the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors.
No, it's actually Sakura.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any.
They are pretty cool scissors, to be fair. I wonder if there's actual merch of those. Whoa. Whoa, JoJo pose, JoJo reference.
She's fully equipped.
Isn't that Killer Queen?
I can go anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Uh-oh. No one's safe in this room.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Is Sakura gonna disarm her?
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Oh. Who would be able to tie a good knot? Maybe
I
Hifumi.
have no idea what's going on
Because he's
anymore.
kinky like
Could
that.
such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Taka.
The body
That's
really
fair.
was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Taka is like, Shizong, not
This
Shizong.
could be the real deal, not some copycat
Oh, why did I just say that? I mean like Tripitaka from Journey to the West. He's like the heart, you know? People's heart. Relay the moral compass, that's what they say. Wait, what did they tell me to do? What did they tell me to do? I forgot. I didn't read. I wasn't reading. Let me just select Hifumi.
Shoot!
Uh-oh. I'm about to lose because I wasn't reading. Copy genocide Jack's cases. What, Byakuya?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Whoa.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Whoa.
Plus, you've already looked through the
The
genocide
double
Jack
cross.
file before
The
this all
classic.
happened,
You
hadn't
thought you were friends, and then you double crossed them.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Celeste.
Rearrange the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh my god.
What's your response?
Cisgender male, what do you have to say for
The
yourself?
suspicion falls on me.
Oh.
And I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Oh no, not coming to class.
Looking back and thinking
And not coming to
about it now,
breakfast.
the way you were acting right before.
In the locker rooms. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. What do you agree? Suspicious. It seems no one searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it?
You didn't know the victim yet. Oh, more. Okay. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, if you use this flashback feature as many times, you can use it as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have an answer to a lie or contradiction, you're loaded bullets. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make it your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I would say if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refusing anything. Well, then good luck and have fun. Okay, so definitely just watch everything through at least once first is the way to go for playing this.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it.
What a
That's
legend.
natural reaction for any guy.
The
Yes.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
But how would you
There was no
know
time for
Chihiro's
pointless
already dead?
distractions. What's so strange about that?
Bro, how does bro not see his own logical fallacy? He's actually a fraud.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
if you're presented
So
with
I
the
guess I can just load
opportunity-
that.
Natural- The victim
Was Chihiro, who was...
No, it's wrong.
How would you know? This is such a simple mistake. Like,
I'll
this is so
tell you
low
what's so
level.
strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Byakuya is
Saying
definitely
the
smarter
player
than
went to
this.
the girls'
Is he?
locker room first
How's he
because
so dumb?
Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more.
Why is that too weak? You can't just say no.
Show us.
Doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is, I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Oh, Kyoko, finally. Locked
we
in.
just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
What could it be? What could it be? I mean, there's a lot of things we could probably say, like the lamp. He used the lamp. Lamp's cord. Celeste account.
What? The difference between the cases?
Oh, that's so
Want
much.
me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope,
Rope.
was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Now I'm just gonna scan every
There must be
time, I feel like.
something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away.
Oh wait, that's the problem. He's the extension cord. He's definitely seen it.
I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some
No way Byakuya actually killed someone.
There must be something
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
That's
huh?
crazy.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong.
I thought Byakuya is so much smarter than this.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
what? An extension cord?
Are they actually blind? They don't actually look at the dead body at all.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room. I intentionally made it look like Jenna. Is that about right?
Well, yeah.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened.
Unless it's still Jill that killed him. Or her, Chihiro.
I don't disagree with not
Although we haven't brought up the thing with, like, how the rooms are
It's
swapped
Dave, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
with the poster and rug.
Sorry,
Huh? Do we really?
I know. There's something that's still bothering you.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room. Specifically, I dressed it up to
What's
make it
wrong
look
with
like
him?
it was
Why is he
a
like this? He's about to self-explode and bring everyone else down with him.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the... But are you sure about that?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointment,
Watch it be
this
like,
is a
oh,
true
actually you can hack the rooms to
She
flip
was found
around.
dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime...
Well, I think it's entire... along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to a crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya, Nick, never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere
Don't
else.
just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else,
Let's see the proof. Is the... Would this have proved it? No, it's not. The rug then. We need the rug.
Shoot!
No, that proves it though. Oh, I guess maybe just actual posters.
I got it!
Okay.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
I feel like the rug could have also proved it.
Proof
is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
Big, super sexy, hot supermodel. Girls are lesbian. Humans are made to be homosexual. Doesn't make sense.
Those massive jugs of hers were totally fake.
Drama.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about.
Right, Sakura.
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you? Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, this...
No, it's not the same that was scrubbed away. It was moved. Okay, I can just... This is it, right?
Shoot!
That doesn't... That's so crap. Oh.
I got it!
I didn't know that was a separate evidence.
Carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Whoa.
Then, does that mean that the cut... Why would it...
To move the murder scene from one locker room to... What? In other words, in order to... The blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Whoa.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
Yeah, Celeste, why?
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Well, there's a letterbox. Or
to get
mailbox.
into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Honestly, Danganronpa doesn't actually require a lot of thinking, I feel like, as long as you're, like, alright locked in.
And I can tell you what it was.
Oh, Hero,
I
okay.
highly doubt that.
Oh wow, Celeste.
I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Alright, Hero. Hero's a character of all time. I'm always so, like, nervous when it's like this kind of bullet time.
Possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it!
I've got it! What?
She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer after all.
If only.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Yeah.
Is it really good?
Okay, we can just shoot that, I feel like.
Must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have. No, I don't.
She used the thing that would.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about
About
borrowing
borrowing
one.
one.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then.
What's the point of having that rule at all? I feel like it's just to like set up some like bigger loophole in the handbook later on, or like the school rules later on. Because this one, they basically just told you blatantly that it's problematic.
She didn't use Leon's handbook.
Or like
and she didn't
Monokuma
modify
admitted right away that
her
there is a loophole.
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
Joe is so quiet right now.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it, really? But I still don't
Hold
know
on a second.
what else I could do.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained
She
access.
is a boy.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then,
For real?
what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Monokuma already knows that Chihiro's a boy though. The class trial has been put on hold. We headed off. Kyoko on the lead. And where she showed us was... Oh, we went to the crime scene again?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Taka will not say Missy. Surely not.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
What? Are we gonna feel her balls?
Carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body. It's not that I'm
What, no
freaked out or
boobs?
anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'll feel her balls.
You shouldn't have to touch a dead
Whoa,
body.
whoa, whoa,
Just
Oya.
let one of the boys
Oi, Asahina.
No, it's okay.
Chill.
I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Yo.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action?
Yuri?
You two
Yuri?
about?
Pog?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Pogger.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
It's time. Sakura's so actually the probably most
Be sure
trustworthy
to check
person
her
other than
entire
Kyoko.
body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
Whoa!
What is it? Not possible. It's
Whoa.
not possible.
Whoa. He's about to go Super Saiyan.
This girl is
A boy!
What?
a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually...
Oh my gosh, femboy, let's go! Femboy!
Interesting.
This is literally what r/anarchy chess has devolved into these few days. It's all just femboys.
You're joking.
All femboy means. It's all-encompassing. I don't really get the appeal though. What's the appeal of femboys? I mean,
It's really true?
they still have a wiener down there. What's the like actual motive of a person being a femboy actually?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Okay, Monokuma.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
I like how Kyoko just actually almost let Byakuya get like accused of unless Makoto stepped
I do
in.
apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
I feel like
We've all just
this
learned
game
the shocking
doesn't do a
revelation that
good job
Chihiro
of
was
actually using the
actually a
ultimate
boy.
role
Let's pick up
for
from
each
there.
character because it's not like
well,
it's essential to
I don't
each
know his
murder
reason
almost.
For hiding it, but the fact
Except for like
is,
one specific
Chihiro
thing
was
at
not
the
a
end.
girl, but a boy.
Like they could have made it so like each character has like any ultimate thing.
And because the victim was male, he
Yeah,
would have
ultimate
had
ability,
no problem
and,
gaining access to the boys' locker room.
They could just like fill in the ultimate role at the
Assuming his
end
handbook did,
when
in
like they
fact,
needed
list
some
his
like
gender as male,
specific
then
fact
yes,
for
that would
the
be true.
character to like accomplish the crime.
Where's
Like
his handbook
for the
saying he was a
baseball
boy?
Leon, like Leon only threw the baseball at the
He was
end.
a boy through
Other than that,
and
like
through.
it could have been any ultimate
So
character.
There should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
Like the baseball for
victim was
the
killed in the
trash
boys' locker
can
room
scene
and was then
for
later
Leon.
moved to the girls' locker room.
And Sayaka
And
could
the
have
killer
almost
could
been
have
any
easily used
character.
Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become...
Oh, Byakuya, please
Okay,
begin
well,
your performance.
Connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Oh, you're acting rather sus.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Oh, he's so bored.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found
So he's
out the murder
willingly
took place in
become
the
an
boys' locker room,
accomplice.
it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Wow, still a teacher.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Wow.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are
What?
you fucking with us right now?
No joke.
No, I am not effing with you right now.
Oh, he doesn't cuss, based. My man's so based. He doesn't cuss.
Go
Very
ahead,
hard to believe.
Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Byakuya is actually just that
If
bored.
it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Bro's actually. Oh my god,
That's
all these
true.
people are so dumb.
Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Okay, Hero.
Have a mind of your own?
Hero's chill.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Possible.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make
All the
a
boys
decision.
are actually so useless.
That's very true.
I feel like it's probably
Their
Hifumi.
lives are
Just
all
reading.
alone.
Or Aoi.
Excellent. Then shall we resume?
Actually, it's probably
our game of hide and
Hifumi.
seek?
It's almost absolutely a boy. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure we know about the killer.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to be a guy. But didn't Monokuma say the handbook wouldn't be broken from just baseballs? Which is kind of strange. And I guess we're just ignoring that for now? I don't know.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
What does that mean?
Sure, if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Taka's
Perhaps someone saw the victim at
Taka's.
some point.
I'm
Even
sorry.
that might be enough for now.
There's no way to defend like half of these characters.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
Whoa.
The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game
No.
over, man. Game over.
Hero.
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing. Did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's
Okay,
all
I feel like I
over.
should it with
Who saw the
Celeste's
killer? And it's not
account.
like they're just... Game over, man.
That's a new info.
Game over!
Why has Celeste not
Isn't
said
there
it?
a single clue?
Did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
I guess
Yeah.
Celeste is probably not
All
the
we need
killer.
right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
What the
It's
heck?
all- You want to know who
How did I
saw
miss
the
that?
killer? And it's not like they're just... Game over, man.
not game over.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us? Well,
Clue, did nobody get a... I'm sure someone saw the...
perhaps someone saw the victim at some...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of...
It's over.
Oh my
The
gosh.
killer. And it's not like they're just... Game over, man.
Oh my gosh, I'm crashing out a little.
Isn't there a single clue? Well,
Clue, did nobody get... I'm sure someone saw the...
perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah.
All we need right now is any kind of
New info.
That's not new info.
Shoot!
That's not.
Isn't there a
Celeste's
single
count is
clue
not-
that might lead us to who did it?
Okay, I need to think a little bit more.
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, Clue, did nobody get a look at the killer? I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Disappearing stain.
Perhaps someone saw the victim
Celeste.
at some point.
Count.
Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn
Oh,
themselves
Celeste
in.
saw.
Game over, man.
Celeste saw. Do they want me to say Celeste saw
Single clue.
Chihiro the night before
Sure, if someone
in the
saw
storage?
Someone saw the victim at
Why didn't Chihiro just say
It's
it?
over.
I guess.
You want to know who saw the killer? And only the kid. It's not like they're just gonna. Game over, man. Game.
Okay, I'm running out of time. I forgot to shoot that time.
Isn't there a single clue? Well,
Did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
perhaps someone saw the victim at
Yeah.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the
No, that's wrong.
Oh my gosh. I honestly kind of hate this game for that. Because, like, I knew what info I needed to
believe
say,
someone
but...
else did see the
Then,
victim before he was
I
murdered.
feel like it could have made
What do you think,
sense, like,
Celeste?
in any of these places.
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only the rest of you had no idea.
Whatever. Just turn.
It was last night, right before. I saw him stuffing a trap, and then I.
Track jacket and a double bag.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something.
Kinda in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry?
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Very much.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
Wow.
Point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Oh, Kyoko.
You know who the
Look
killer
at
is.
look at that smile. Winning smile.
Seriously?
Look at that winning
Who
smile.
is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
What?
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Track jacket and duffel bag.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did?
What? You want to track down?
Even if we had the equipment for that.
As was noted, the
What,
evidence
is, like,
already
Hifumi
gone.
still on
There's nothing
trash
to get
duty? Is that why?
fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice the bag was just that all the bags in there are the same, so
Well, if I remember right, do you think there might be some...
perhaps.
Let's explore that and talk a bit
A
more
blue
about the jacket he
jacket.
took.
A blue jacket. Who wears a blue track jacket? Oh, I guess. What? Aoi wears a red track jacket.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
This is our way.
He picked that
But why would that
tracksuit
lead us
because
to
it
a way?
matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
What?
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did
What?
he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean?
I'm
the
so
specific
confused.
tracksuit?
Specific tracksuit.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause
My
exercising
tracksuit
sucks.
is black.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way.
What?
Not a chance.
Who did I shoot?
You heard him, right? What he just said without even...
What was off?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was. He was on his way to go so next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean the specific?
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
I'm so confused actually. This is probably a horrible let's play. Not even talking about anything.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get a...
No way. Not a chance.
First of all, we know where Chihiro... He was on his way to... So next we have to ask, why did he choose...
What do you mean the...
I got it! He picked... It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Okay,
So,
Taco.
what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna shoot. Doesn't work. Cooked.
Shoot.
First
Am I gonna shoot white tracksuit with black tracksuit?
he
How does
was
that make
on
sense?
his way to go exercise. So next
What?
we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one that...
So, what? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if...
Did any of that really help us get any...
No way. Not a chance.
What? Is it the the black tracksuit matches with the white tracksuit?
First of all,
That's
we
why
know
it
that
couldn't
Chihiro
have
was
been
on
these
his way to
two?
go- So next we... Why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean the specific?
I got it! It matched the one that culprit...
So, what? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Okay, I'm cooked.
Shoot.
Contradiction.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific
tracksuit.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay, I lost. Cooked.
Shoot.
Why is it just me making all the connections? Why can't other people make connections? I lost?
I refuse to give up yet.
What? What's the connection here? I don't understand. Library desk lamp? Disappearing stain? Celeste account?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he...
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't
Am I gonna match blue and black? What's that do with anything?
Exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Black.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Something off.
First of all, we know he was
Does
on
blue
his
and
way to
black
go
really
exercise.
match?
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific
What?
tracksuit
What?
that he did?
What does this do with
What do
anything?
you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it!
What?
It's that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay. I'm glad it doesn't work. Because that'd be stupid. I'm actually
First of
so
all,
confused.
We know where Chihiro was headed. He was on
Desk
his way
lamp?
to go exercise.
What? Do I use
So
exercise
next
as
we
a
have to
bullet?
ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he...
What do you mean, the
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't cause exercising.
I have a
Oh.
white I got it from the
Did any of that really
Same
help
one?
us?
It can't be the same one.
Not a
Is that the
chance.
problem?
You heard him, right?
Is that the problem? Is that the stupid problem?
First of all, we knew he was on his way. So next, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
That's the stupid problem? Oh my gosh. Oh my lord.
Hold on a second, Mondo. Huh? When Celeste testified a few...
Saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assume he
She
hurried
never
off
said
to
anything
exercise.
about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Oh, she never said that.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact,
And before we
Oh.
began the trial,
That's the
did you
confusing
tell anyone
part?
that?
I thought we already brought it
the
over
only
because
one
they
I
showed the
told
picture.
about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo.
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely...
Then the only reason he could have known what is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't she?
Just by chance. He walked past me.
No, that can't be it either.
In a hurry or something. She's trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point if you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It
I don't know
would
about
appear
that.
You dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the
Oh.
tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your
Oh my
true
gosh.
intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Oh my gosh.
That's
2000
why you
Elo?
knew who did it, to put them on edge.
On edge. Whoa.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had
Whoa.
my suspicions about him from the very
Kyoko?
beginning.
What?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women different. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Whoa.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you
Can't believe it's
really
Mondo. I didn't expect that.
kill Chihiro?
Why he just killed
I
Chihiro?
didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me! Judging every... What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn...
Oh, I feel like a rhythm game's coming up.
It's true. My reasoning on that...
That was fast.
Well, this does present a...
Oh, Hifumi to go.
Here we come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Oh, Hifumi to go.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly,
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
Let us know, man.
if you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
The computer is also never mentioned. They definitely gotta bring up the Ultimate Programmer at least once, right? Chihiro's.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally...
Then it must hold some clue about the...
Well, that's what I was hoping.
But it's busted. It won't even turn
on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take...
And yet, this one does appear to be broken. After all your confidence.
Do you think how precisely?
How is it broken? Hacking it? Is that really it?
Shoot. I got it.
Hitting his weak
You
point?
already told us before that they...
Yeah, sure. Maybe I let that...
But if the handbook is supposed to...
Then we can only assume that you know what the weakness is. I think it's a necessary piece of it.
But if I tell you, and just
Tell us already.
oh well. I have been allowed me to make a special announcement. When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally... I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of
For
the
the
sauna.
sauna.
The
Huh.
temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get
Oh my
burned,
gosh.
huh? It's
Monokuma.
because as your sweat
Oh.
evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Whoa.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That
Interesting.
layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one
Intriguing.
new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Oh, Mondo's
How'd they
even
find
more
out?
suspicious.
Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness?
And it
it
broke.
broke. They'd realize it was broken, of course. and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
But if it's
And
broken,
once they
how
had
can you
Chihiro's
swipe it in?
handbook, They knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I
Oh,
won't
and they
say
break
it's not
Leon's as well.
Possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Brother. The OG. This is Mundo.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
What?
Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up.
Got it all
You
wrong.
got it all wrong. He would
But never kill.
I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Oh, what'd you find? Makoto, just say it. You don't need to make an argument. Don't need to refute someone.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly. Not even a fly.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
What was that always account?
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is
I forget.
actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh.
Let's test if what he says is
Well,
you
Mondo's
broke your own
using-
hand. In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh. Contradiction.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
I'm not talking a lot. I'm too locked in. It's too hard. It's a little hard.
Your own handbook.
Broke your own handbook.
if Mondo's handbook is
What's
actually broken,
broken?
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look!
What? Do I just shoot this
Makoto was
bullet?
wrong after all.
Wrong.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Card reader? Can I review these evidence? Oh, I can. What's that always account? Chihiro, meanwhile, male classmates. What's the card reader say? Unlock a locker room, you need to swipe your e-card over it. Lending? No, that wouldn't help. Junko and Sayaka's work just fine. Beyond's broken. Oh, I guess.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Oh, so that it's
If
probably
what he
Leon's.
says is correct,
He could have just broken
then
Leon's
Mondo,
later.
You broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, destroyed, ratioed.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now. Is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
Just had to turn it on to find out.
But doesn't that violate the school
Well, there is a rule about loaning your hand. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But nowhere as such. I decreed...
Well, Mondo, I'm happy to admit I made a mistake.
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro?
Oh my gosh, John Smith moment.
Tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way...
Let's hit it from the top.
And we'll
Make
all
it
see
drop.
if I was right or wrong.
What is Chihiro's... I guess what is Mondo trying to hide? I wonder. Why do we still have the crystal ball? Seeing the blue jacket. Duffel bag. Goes to a room, swipes in. Actually, the boys' locker room. What do we see here? Why do we have some stuff from the first case? Goes in. Oh, that's the boys. Yeah, goes into the boys' locker room. Hey, what's up? Oh, they actually worked out together? Maybe this. And then he killed her, so there's blood on the carpet. Although, isn't that on the next page? Yeah, that's just on the next page, where they roll up the carpet. They are so happy to see murder. Oh my gosh. All these dumb icons. I guess this... Oh, hit the poster. I guess the poster's already put up here, so... Probably that. There. What is that even? Is that them going to the sauna? Going to... Why are they like that? Okay, he wrote it. We already have that though. We already have that as well. I guess the cord. So these two scenes would be taking it off. It'd be taking it off here first. What is that? I don't remember. That's probably from the first act as well. What would be the last scene? Oh, grab the new card, perhaps? Leon's card? That's what it means? For this one... Oh, going to a girl's room?
Here's
Okay.
exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Okay.
Last night, Celeste
This
and
art style
Chihiro
looks
in
so
the
much better
warehouse,
than the
correct?
usual one, honestly.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Ding.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Leaves.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently... Simple, because she was really...
Whoa, you can't
which
spell
is why
she without a
was able to
he.
use his own e-handbook
Am I
to gain
right?
entrance to the boys' locker room.
Okay. That's what happened.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who
Who
killed
killed him? Don't.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby
It makes
dumbbell,
sense as well because
approached
Mondo's
the
really
unsuspecting
strong.
Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the
But they
police
actually
shirt
met up?
hanging in the boys'
That means
locker room
that
came from.
Chihiro specifically picked Mondo to work out together.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try it, then removing the
Oh, that is the right one. Okay.
and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Hmm. Oh.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Mondo's just
And that's
too
exactly
sloppy,
how the killer did
bruh.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with... They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room.
Bro,
What you
Byakuya is
call
just making it harder.
crime
Why is he
scene
like this?
switch. That could have been the end
Byakuya's
of
pretty
things,
chill here.
but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
Does that make him an
making things
accomplice?
even more complicated. So,
I wonder.
after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library.
He
And
got
then
busy,
he
am I
got to
right?
work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Oh, he left?
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag there, they planned to destroy...
How did Mondo destroy the bag though? What's the last one then? What other things are there? Is it the thing that's dropping on the floor? Is that supposed to be it being broken? Why is it white?
Exactly what happened.
That's it? Why is it white? Oh my god, that's so
This somehow
confusing.
killer
That's
knew that the
just
handbook
bad
could
design,
stand
I
up
feel
to
like.
the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that, and that's how it all...
It's not even gray like the other thing. Oh, you got
Isn't
me.
that right, Mondo Orada?
Whoa. Complete. Yay!
Wait. No. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Gyotaka, no. Your gay boyfriend. New element has added to bullet time battles. Let's talk more about fever time and nega time. During the bullet time battle, if you press space, fever time will activate. Tempo will be forced to max. At this time, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can press R and B, L and B, mouse buttons. Be fair, only if you, it wouldn't be fair if only they get it. If only you get fever time. They get nega time. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite more difficult to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this time, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I'm sure that's what I shouldn't be worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action is set to gentle to oh, no, it won't use nega time. Well, good luck. Have fun. Oh my gosh. I had to face off against Taka.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
False.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Am I winning? Am I winning? Am I a winner?
I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
This nega time is really long.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
That was nega time like the whole time. So I feel like the only thing that's actually harder is like I have less hearts, but I can still restart anytime I want. So the only hard part is the rhythm game, which like after I understood it first time, it's not too bad.
We don't gotta do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
we
Mondo.
did it. I killed him.
Whoa, just says it. His last stand. Oh boy. That was only, oh, C. Okay, B. A still. 90 coins, let's go.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just
give up.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh boy. Mondo. I wonder who's gonna be the next murderer. Really can't tell. This game does keep you like thinking. They didn't make it any of the obvious people. Although like I did think Mondo was pretty sus for calling Chihiro a dude.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What is...
Why did you do it?
Now then.
Looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain
Actually,
on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't appear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. The monster inside me is growing. I'm weak.
Weak.
I bet the voice actress is still a girl. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world is survival of the fittest. If you are not strong, you won't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which is of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more willing to diverge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro was actually a boy. And that was actually something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma would have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
Don't really want to talk to him. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Oh. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to mold himself to get stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. To face my true self. Destroy the shadow. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so... That day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help, but he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to,
that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fellow had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done? That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep the secrets? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so you try to protect Chihiro's secret, by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? So this is also just a double win for Mondo, and hide the fact that he did it more. The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know. So that's what triggered it, after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know. Even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards, the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you, that embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Virginia! Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his little younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo had started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created his gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I
gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes, I gotta come up on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless ambition, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Crazy Diamond? That's literally just a JoJo reference. Oh my gosh! Aniki! Aniki! My bad, kid. I screwed up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what he did. Hey kid, the rest of it's up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team, you and me, put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation of what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his big brother. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem. Oh, what? What did he say? No problem shedding the light of the secret. Mondo killed his own elder brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it would have all been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro started asking me to start workout with him. And right then, he told me a secret. Seriously, Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me all of a sudden? Huh? I mean, you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But
you're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like I was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was just jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength of to face his own weakness. He tried to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you screwing with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you.
Why did you have to tell me that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to.
No, I just really admired you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a bitch.
Stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
I killed Chihiro.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like this, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want, is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For our Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Whoa. All the people just peanut crunching crowd watching the punishment scenes without any, deserves of it. Just watching this cutscene without any payoff, really. You don't deserve any of this if you didn't play the game. I just want you to know that, or watch the whole playthrough. Oh, spinning. I feel like... Okay, he's on the bike, very fitting. 吃美酷 Oh my gosh, Monokuma's awesome? He hits it? He's crazy like that? Okay, in a circus. Heading to a circus. Oh, it's one of those cages. Cage of death. Is he gonna ride so much he's gonna his head is gonna explode or something? Which isn't too bad compared to what's his name? Leon. Leon's death was really painful. I guess this is also really bad. You get really, really dizzy. Oh, electric. Oh, wait. Actually, this is way worse. What the heck? Yeah. Okay, this is probably a worse way to die. To be fair. His body's not even on there anymore, is it? Oh, what? Mondo butter. What? What? He got made into butter? What? He's gonna eat Mondo? Cannibalism? If I'm given a chance to eat a person, I probably eat the person. Like, if they're willing and stuff. So it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I just do that. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. That could be my alarm clock from now on. Just Taka's raw, hopeless, despairful scream. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya? You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that. I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So ignore the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to
Nothing
it.
to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he's gone, I looked inside, saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea I had seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning? Indeed, if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead, huh? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before I reached that point, of course. Byakuya turned and looked at me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, I never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to her story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma. Oh, I'm up next. You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
what?
Elevating the essay. You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. I mean, the meaning of life? Why do you want to know that? Life has no meaning. You feel despair now? Christianity? Not real. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. Yeah, religion? You seek religion just because you don't have any purpose. You don't want to contend with the fact that life has no meaning, and you have to seek a purpose for life itself. You can't just live with the fact that life has no meaning, and you have to use religion as a form of escapism, a form of making the leap of faith to make it life worthwhile living, and feel like, oh, I will have to live a good life to be able to go to heaven, even though life actually just doesn't have a meaning in the first place. This is that, you know, biologists perhaps see the cold hard truth. They have no hope. They just see despair and see that, oh, we're humans evolved to have higher consciousness just because it helped us survive better. And in the end, that it's convenient that like we start seeking for our own reality, our own truth of like the purpose of living. Well, in reality, there's no purpose. We're just monsters. We're just animals made to reproduce and live, continue our you know, genealogy. Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
Whoa, in the name of my family.
You're getting all riled
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Poo-hoo-hoo. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Poo-hoo-hoo. Ah ha 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 ha. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew this wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was a kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Whoa, it's working.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
It doesn't even have hands. How's it playing that
Things
game?
really get
The
moving.
thing,
It'll be like
the
a
string thing.
roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Who is this
After
bald man?
all, that's what everyone wants to see.
I bet it's Hifumi. There's one thing I'd like to ask
As long as
you.
you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Oh my gosh, how long is Monokuma's cock? The 16th high school student.
My,
Ooh-ha.
you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And
Whoa.
nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Okay, so there's one more character. It's confirmed. Boy's Life of Despair. Makes sense now. Come over the screen. All over the screen. Insane. 10 left. How many people are gonna be left in the end? Probably like 5, 4? You received a crazy diamond present. Oh, those things are leftovers of the people that died.